So welcome students. In this question, in the first statement, you're given that you're being asked to find the area of the triangle formed by the chord of contact and the pair of tangents from -2, 2 to this parabola. So if you analyze this parabola, this is nothing but y square minus 4y is equal to 4x, and if you add plus 4 on both sides, you get y minus 2 whole square is equal to 4 times x plus 1. So this is a parabola with the vertex at -1, 2. The vertex is at -1, 2, and this is a horizontal parabola. It looks like this. And to this parabola, you're drawing tangents from the point -2, 2. -2, 2, drawing two tangents and a chord of contact. You're asked to find the area of this triangle. So do you have any related formula for this in the theory? So if you look at the theory, you have a formula which looks like this. So if you have a parabola, standard parabola, y square is equal to 4x, and you have any point x1, y1, if you draw tangents from x1, y1 and the chord of contact, the area of the triangle is given by y1 square minus 4ax1 whole power 3/2 divided by 2a. This is a general formula if you want to find this area directly. So there is a standard derivation for this, where you find the length of the chord and the height, and you multiply half into base into height. But you have to remember this formula. So if you have to find this very easily, you can remember this formula. But this formula is only valid for y square is equal to 4x and the point x1, y1. This is not y square is equal to 4x, this is a transformed parabola. So what we do is, we shift the origin to this point so that this curve becomes y square is equal to 4x. So if you evenly shift this origin to this point, or if you bring this curve to this, so you can just imagine. So if you shift the curve, if you shift the origin to this, point, now the parabola looks like this. Now this looks like y square is equal to 4x. The shape is not changing, the size is not changing, so lattice rectum does not change. Even now it is a horizontal parabola, so this parabola becomes y square is equal to 4x. And what does this point become? So I am shifting the origin to -1, 2. So obviously this -2, 2 is 1 unit backwards. So the point will be -1, 0. Correspondingly, this point will become -1, 0. So for these two, if I apply this formula, you should be getting this area of triangle, because even if I shift the origin, the area of triangle does not change. So let us apply this formula for this. So y square minus 4x, that is 0 square minus 4 into -1 whole power 3/2 by 2 times a is nothing but 1, a is 1. So that is effectively 4 power 3/2 by 2, that is 4 power 3/2 is 2 square whole power 3/2, 8/2 is equal to 4 units. Hence the area of this triangle is 4 units. Now if you go to the second statement, so given that you have a parabola x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square is equal to 25 times is equal to this. You are asked to find the lattice rectum of this. So what is the concept here? So this equation is a general equation of the parabola. SP square is equal to PM square. So the general equation of parabola is SP square is equal to PM square. The distance of a point P from focus whole square is equal to distance of a point P from the directrix whole square. So this looks like x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square is equal to, so if you bring this 25 to the denominator and include it in the square, you get 3x plus 4y minus 6 by 5 whole square. This represents the distance from 2, 3, and this represents the distance from 3x plus 4y minus 6 is equal to 0. So SP square is equal to PM square. So if you compare these two, the focus of this parabola is 2, 3, the directrix is nothing but 3x plus 4y minus 6 is equal to 0. Now what is the distance between these two? The distance between the focus and the directrix will be equal to half of the lattice rectum, because lattice rectum is 4a and the distance between these two is 2a. So what is the distance? So if you substitute this point here, 6 plus 12 minus 6 by root of 3 square plus 4 square is 5. That is equal to 12 by 5. So the distance between focus and directrix is 12 by 5. Hence, the lattice rectum is equal to the double of this. That is 24 by 5. So lattice rectum is 24 by 5. So now let us go to the next two statements. So now if you look at the third statement, so given a parabola y plus 4 is equal to x square, and given that you have a point P on this parabola whose focal distance is 25 by 4, and P is of the form plus or minus root a comma b. So if that is so, what is a plus b? So now how do we do this? Whenever we have a question on focal distance, so we have a standard formula. So which says that the focal distance SP is equal to the distance of this point P from the directrix. So what is the directrix of this parabola? So x square is equal to y plus 4. This is obviously a vertical parabola with vertex at 0 comma minus 4. And for this, 4a is equal to 1. So a is equal to 1 by 4. The distance between the vertex and focus is 1 by 4 units. Hence, the distance between the vertex and directrix is also 1 by 4 units. So to find the directrix, you just need to go. You have to have a horizontal line which is at a distance of 1 by 4 units from 0 comma minus 4. So what is the line? What is this directrix? So y is equal to minus 4 minus 1 by 4. That is equal to minus 17 by 4. Minus 17 by 4. Now obviously SP is equal to PM. So 25 by 4 is equal to, what is the distance between the point P and y is equal to minus 17 by 4. This is nothing but the difference in the y coordinates. So the y coordinate of this is B minus of minus 17 by 4. So this implies, so B is equal to 25 minus 17 by 4. 25 minus 17 is 8. 8 by 4 is 2. Now my value of B is 2. Now how do you get the value of A? Value of A can be obtained by just substituting this y coordinate in the curve, because B is the y coordinate. So to get the value of x, x square is equal to 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Simplifies x is equal to plus or minus root 6. Now you got the value of B. So this x coordinate is nothing but what you're talking about, plus or minus root a. This is nothing but plus or minus root a. So if you compare these two, a is equal to 6 and b is equal to 2. So a plus b is equal to 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So a plus b is equal to 8 units. Now if you go to the next question. So given y square minus 2x minus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. You said that you have inscribed an equilateral triangle. You have inscribed an equilateral triangle in this parabola with one of the vertices, the vertex of the parabola. What is the length of this side? So what is this parabola? Y square minus 2y is equal to 2x plus 3. So if you add 1 on both sides, so y square minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 2 times x plus 2. This implies y minus 1 whole square is equal to 2 times x plus 2. So what is the nature of this parabola? The nature of this parabola is the vertex is minus 2 comma 1. The vertex is minus 2 and 1, and this is a horizontal parabola. So once you have this horizontal parabola, now if you insert an equilateral triangle in this parabola, so what is the length of this side? That's the question. So if you are slightly intelligent, so you can very clearly see that. So if you want to find the length of the side of the equilateral triangle in this parabola, this length will be same as the length of the equilateral triangle the parabola y square is equal to 2x, because as long as the size of the parabola does not change, the length of equilateral triangle inscribed inside this parabola don't change. So if I shift this parabola such that the vertex becomes the origin, then also the length will be same. So now what I do is, instead of trying to find the length of equilateral triangle in this, I'll try to find it in y square is equal to 2x, which is very straightforward. So if this is a parabola, y square is equal to 2x. If I have to insert an equilateral triangle, the simple logic is that this angle has to be equal to 30 degrees. This angle has to be equal to 30 degrees. So if this point has a parameter t, this point has a parameter t, the coordinates are a t square comma 2at. Tan theta has to be equal to 1 by root 3. So tan 30 degrees 1 by root 3 is equal to y coordinate by x coordinate, 2at by at square. So a and a gets cancelled, t and t gets cancelled. So my t has to be equal to 2 root 3. My t has to be equal to 2 root 3. So if t is equal to root 3, then this angle will be equal to 30 degrees. Then this triangle by symmetry becomes an equilateral triangle. So if t is equal to root 3, 2 root 3, what is the point? What is the point? A t square comma 2at. And what is the value correspond to a? A is equal to half, obviously, because this is 4 into half into x. So the point P is given by half into t square is 12. So half into 12 is 6, 2at, 2 into a 1 and t 2 root 3. So that's the point. And what is the length of this side? Length of this side is nothing but the distance between the origin and this point. That is equal to length of side is equal to root of 36 plus 12, root of 48. That is equal to 4 root 3. 16 3s are 48. So you're getting 4 root 3 as the side of the equilateral triangle. Thank you.